according to God, what you gonna say?
Who am I according to God?
Mm-hmm. You're a Christian, right? You're a child of God? Read that part again.
That I will punish the princes and the king's children.
The king is Jesus Christ, the black Messiah, right? So his children, which you all part of, we all are part of, that's right here, right? Read.
And all such as are clothed in strange apparel.
Clothed in what?
Strange apparel.
Strange apparel. Men dressing like women, women dressing like men is strange to God.
Right.
Why? Because he told us dresses and skirts modestly is for women. Breeches, pants, that you ain't want to dress? Why? All right, check this out. Listen, read that part again. And all such, because you saying that right now, but if you understand your life on the line, and if God put some fire to your ass, your mind will change.
Right.
Believe it.
Oh, I know.
Okay,
Oh, I know.
read.
And all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
Uh-huh.
In the same day also will I punish all those that leap on the threshold.
So guess what? All of those who are clothed in strange apparel, they're going to be put to death.
Right.
So now is the time to get it right before he bring forth that fire. You understand? Because guess what? You say you're a Christian. So supposedly you believe in God, right? Supposedly you believe in the Bible, right? But you sat up there and said, I ain't wearing no dress. I never wore no dress a day in my life. Why speak like that if you believe in God?
Right.
God said. You said, this is not my opinion. God said that's how you need to dress. Read. Get 1 Timothy 2 first. We're going to go there first. You know what some people might think, mainly it be sisters, when they hear modest apparel, loose fitting, not showing, you know what some of them think? Well, I'm going to just wear some big pants. I'm going to just wear some big baggy pants. So that way you don't see my shape and all that. Nah, that ain't what God talking about. Because you nod your head, maybe you like the way that sound, huh? That ain't what he talking about. Read.
1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9.
Read.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
So women are supposed to dress in modest apparel. So none you got on is too tight, right? All right. Now go to Deuteronomy 22 and 5. Two scriptures about the same old thing. Dress code, clothes. You know what I'm saying? You say you're a Christian. You're a child of God. You believe in God. All you're going to do what God says.
I'm trying.
If you don't want to do what God says, then that means you want to die. Understand that.
I'm a work in progress.
You're a work in progress? Okay, cool. So guess what? Guess what? It's not like wearing pants is not an addiction. You understand? It's not like something where like if you kick it, you're gonna get sick for a while before you get it ain't that type of party. So guess what? Because you don't know who you are.
Right.
You think you a nigga. You think you hard or whatever. Guess what? You gotta be a godly woman. Okay, maybe I do. And if I do, then I'm sorry. But this how you need to be. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
And that's why I say that, because it's only two things. It's only men and women on the earth. You say I'm not that type of girl. It's only one type of girl that matters. It's a godly woman.
That's right.
The Israelite woman that's godly. That's it. Anything else, you fried. Understand that. Okay. So now we're going to see if you're going to move like that. Read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So it goes both ways. If you happen to be a dude with a dress on, we'll be talking to you the same way.
Right.
Now,
If I was, I would have been.
all right, now cool. We can have a dialogue. I like that. Let's get a little deeper. Why you say you're not that type of girl to put on a dress?
For one, I'm gay.
All right. So, in that relationship,
And I'm dominant.
you're the dominant. So was I wrong when I said about the being a nigga part? Okay then.
I still consider myself a female. I don't look at me as no nigga. I don't consider myself as no nigga.
All right.
I'm a woman.
So you know you're a woman, but you're doing things like a man.
All day.
All right. Now, I'm going to show you something. That sounds a little confusing, but I know where you're at with it. So I'm going to come down with you, but you gotta elevate. All right? I'm going to show you. Give me 1 Timothy 5:14. If you know, what they say? They say if you know better, you what? All right. So you say if you know you're a woman, you're supposed to do what? All right. Not just dress like a woman. Be a woman. All right?
1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 14.
This is what an Israelite woman should be. Alright? Read.
I will therefore that the younger woman marry.
The first thing is marry, right? Now, you might say, well, me and my old lady could go get married right now. And in this wicked ass place, that's true. Oh, see, I like that. I like that.
I ain't going that far.
I like that. You said not going that far. What? Because you know who you know you spitting in the face of who?
God.
Exactly.
Yeah, I ain't going that far.
But I'm going to show you where you got to elevate that, right? Just because you don't cross the line all the way, does that mean you're not wrong?
Bring it out.
Okay. So now you got to go strong enough to be like, you know what? This is wrong. I ain't doing it.
Can I take y'all to work?
All right. Well, we about to work on you right now. Read it again.
I will therefore that the younger woman marry, bear children.
So the second thing after marriage, which God honors, marriage between man and woman. Not dude and dude, not woman and woman, not dude that want to be a woman and woman that want to be a man, because you got that going on too. God ain't with all that, right? The second thing is to what?
Bear children.
Now, can you and that other lady lay down and a child come out of there?
Bring it out.
No, indeed, no, right? So, how many strikes you get in baseball?
3.
You get a 3. You already at 2. You say you ain't going that far, but you're about to strike out. And I ain't even gonna finish reading the scripture. It's one scripture showing you already went too far.
Right.
Read.
Guide the house.
Guide the house, right? Guess what? You lady at home right now? You single? That's good. That's good. So now you can't go back to that. Yeah. The least you can do is stay single. Now you can't go back to that. Okay. All right. Sorry to hear that. And that's a tough thing that we deal with.
Right.
All right. And we're not gonna get into that in front of everybody out of respect. Yeah, we don't play them type of games, right? But it said guide the what?
Guide the house.
Guide the house, right? Guess what? Some years back, women got the bright idea to go out and fight for the right to work. They went out and fought for equal rights. They wanted to be independent. They wanted to be equal to the man.
Right.
And that was dumb as hell.
Right.
Because God said that he want women to do what?
Guide the house.
Guide the house. Get married, bear children, guide the house. And don't think about the 1950s thing. No, it ain't that. Because our wives, a lot of our wives do this, but they have lives as well. They got hobbies, they got stuff like that. Most of us are married. One woman. Alright? Now, that's the natural role of a woman.
All right.
You understand? So you being outside of that, you already took far. What they say in the Christian church, ain't no sin greater than the other. So guess what? You doing that, even though you may not be full-fledged, you already done went too far.
Right.
The Lord see what? Give me Revelation 3:15. The Lord only see it one way.
Bring it
He
out.
don't play with people that straddle the fence. I'm going to just do this much, or I ain't going to do it. He don't play like that.
Right.
Read.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 15.
Let's go.
I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot.
This is you. What's your name? Monique. This is you, Monique. You're not cold or hot for the Lord. Because you sit up there saying, okay, I know the lifestyle ain't wrong, and certain things I'm not going to do though. Right? That's a lukewarm. That's straddling the fence with God. Read.
I would thou wert cold or hot.
Guess what? God saying he wish you pick a side.
Right.
Because guess what? God says if you ain't with him, Guess what? That's good. That's why the Lord told us to read.
That's right.
We need to be scared.
That's right.
That's why we out here. Yeah. We're fooling with you right now. Read it again.
Verse 15, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I wish thou wert cold or hot.
He wish you was either or. Either do the right thing or just go full-fledged in it. So do the right thing then.
Right.
And we working on you. I'm giving you that extra you need right now. Read.
So then, because thou art lukewarm,
So this what happens to people who straddle the fence, especially for too long. Because right now we got grace. You're not dead yet, and Christ ain't came back yet.
Right.
So you got time. But a lot going on in the world to where that time is short. And guess what? A lot of us ain't gonna make it till when Christ comes. A lot of us gonna close our eyes and be dead.
right.
We don't know, especially those of us in sin. We don't know how much time we got. We don't know when our clock gonna stop.
Right.
You understand? So you need to move with that filth. Read on.
And neither cold nor hot. I will spew thee out my mouth.
So because you either or, you straddling the fence, you still gonna get the same judgment as somebody that's full-fledged.
Right.
So if you gonna get the same judgment as somebody who in that gay lifestyle, they married, they full-fledged in it, they out here about you. They walk around with a strap on underneath their pants. They that sick. But guess what? If you was to, Lord forbid, you was to die today or tomorrow, you're going to get the same judgment as somebody like that.
Right.
So it would behoove you, it would make more sense, well, you know what? I'm gonna get it right. I ain't going out like that. Part of that is, you got to wear a dress. You got to. That's what the Bible says.
Right.
You got to. That's what God said. Remember we read it. We're going to read it again. Look, what's happening? I'm going to tell you what's happening right now. Yeah, because you never read the Bible. That I know. That's what I'm saying.
Bring it out.
Whoever that pastor is, that ordained you a Christian, whoever church you grew up to, yeah, him, yeah, that nigga not really teaching the Bible.
Nope.
Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
What you got on that all us got on right now? Pants. You even got on damn boxer briefs. Come on now. You ain't holding nothing up now. But if you had on a dress when you go to the bathroom, you could just lift up and sit down.
Right.
The Lord moved the spirit to, we got a zipper because we pulling something out of there.
That's right.
You ain't pulling nothing out of the zipper. So why have it? Read it again.
Verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So women should not wear pants, shorts, so on and so forth.
Right.
Should not wear tights as an outer garment. That's an undergarment. Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
You dudes walking around here with dresses on, you wearing them tights, you dressing like a woman, you wearing skirts, you putting on them damn long eyelashes, you dressing up like a drag queen, you gotta stop. Read.
For all that do so,
For all that do so, Monique, read.
are an abomination.
An abomination unto God. So God looks at all of that on the same playing field.
Right.
So yes, you have to wear a dress. You have to. And you got to change. Now, let's go to Romans chapter 1, right? Because we're not out here to beat you down. You already know, what you're doing is wrong and all that. You know you got to change. And you heard the scriptures for accountability. You just got to stop saying I ain't wearing no dress. Because you just making your punishment harsher and harsher and harsher as you say that. Read.
25 or 26.
Romans chapter 1, start at verse 20. Let's start at verse 22.
Verse 22.
I want you to listen to this.
Professing themselves to be wise,
Uh-huh.
they became fools.
You know what that is? A lot of homosexual people profess themselves to be wise. You know how? They come with all this made-up science crap. They try to argue some type of form of science for why they are the way they are. They try to argue that this is natural. They try to argue that they was born this way. So they profess themselves to be wise, but they foolish because God looking at you like, I only made men and women, so I don't know what the hell you talking about.
Right.
So it comes from this confused ass place. It comes from our oppressors. It comes from the other nations. I'm going to show you. No, I'm going to show you something. This been long before you. Give me Leviticus 18 and verse 1.
Teach.
This go long before you. Why you think homosexuality is written in the Bible?
Bring it up.
This go way before. And guess what? Everywhere you read about homosexuality, you read about death and destruction.
Bring it up.
So that should be a deterrent. Maybe God ain't with this. He not. Read this.
Leviticus chapter 18, verse 1. The Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
So guess what? When Moses was giving it to us in Leviticus, we was fresh out of Egypt. Alright, we in the wilderness, he reestablishing the laws of God, right? So read that last part again.
Verse 3, After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
He said, look, that stuff y'all was doing in Egypt, don't come on here with all that. Y'all got to put that off. Y'all got to stop doing it. Let's see what he was really talking about. Jump down to verse 22. Same chapter. Read.
Verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
There's no same-sex sex. No same-sex marriage. Don't do that. We learned that from Egypt.
Right.
You say, where these feelings come from? I've been like this all my life. No, you learned that. That's learned behavior.
Right.
Because it's not natural.
Right.
Because the first 7 years you wasn't like that. Exactly. That's learned behavior. Now go back to Romans 1. We're going to get into what was natural. Read.
Verse 23, and change the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man.
Read on.
I'll just drop down 25.
Yeah, go to
Verse
it.
25, who changed the truth of God into a lie.
So who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Bring it
The
up.
white man did it in our lifetime. The white man passed same-sex marriage laws.
Right.
The white man set up, if somebody speak against your lifestyle, I'm going to lock him up. I'm going to take everything he got, I'm going to destroy him. Why? Because you should be able to live in your truth. Who are they to tell you you can't like another woman? The white man put that poison in you. You know how we say putting cookies in somebody's head? The white man putting cookies in your head.
Right.
And whoever you was around that influenced you to be like that around 7 years old, guess what? The white man put them cookies in their head. Read on.
And worship and serve the creature more than the creator.
And now you're doing with something that God created, because God did create the white man. As evil as he is, God created him. Guess what? You're worshiping him by following his laws and what he set up versus what God set up. God set up what we read to you in the Bible. You understand? Read on.
Verse 26, for this cause God gave them up unto vile affections.
So now, after God sending prophets over and over and over to teach our people, right? Guess what? God reached the point where, you know what? I'm going to let loose all this hell on them. When HIV and AIDS first came out, who we thought was the only people that could get that?
Bring it up.
Black people? Who else? What kind of black people? Huh? No. Black people in what type of lifestyle?
Teach, huh?
Gay black people. God, he turned it back on us because we didn't want to listen. Read it what it said?
For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections.
He said, you know what? Y'all won't be like the other nations so bad? Go ahead. Y'all gonna see how low that really is. Because this world was created for us.
And they say the same thing about monkeypox. Right
Yeah, they say monkeypox only for people who, you know, are going down one-way streets. They're going in the wrong way. People who doing all that funny stuff. They saying monkeypox is only them type of people that's getting it. Yeah. That's like the new HIV/AIDS. Going into God giving us up to our own vile affections. Because we just see, you know how black people, when we see something new or we see something we like, all we thinking is, ooh, what we could do. We're not thinking about the problems that this is actually going to cause. We didn't want to listen to God. And God punished us. Read on.
For even their women did change the natural use unto that which is against nature.
Now, women change their natural use to that which is against nature.
Bring it out.
Right? You know any gay dogs? Monique, I got a question. Read the scripture again. I want you to listen.
Verse 26. For even their women did change the natural use unto that which is against nature.
So women started to do things unnatural, things against nature, right? Like, do you know any gay dogs? Hell no, right? Because they operate in their natural sense.
Right.
You understand? You don't know no gay animals. And women are doing things that's not natural. A plastic, a dildo, right? That's not natural. You were not born with that. You was not made with that.
Right.
You understand? That's unnatural. I don't want to use vulgar terms, but carpet munching, as they call it, right? You know what I'm talking about. That's not natural.
Right.
And from our oppressors and in captivity and slavery and envying the other nations, we learned that. That's not your thought. That's not your mindset. That's not your behavior. Give me Ecclesiastes 7 and 26.
Bring it out.
That's verse 29. Thank you.
Bring it up.
That's not your natural state. That's why you can sit up here and say it's wrong.
Right.
Read.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 29. Lo, this only have I found, that God had made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions.
So, we read what God made women to do, and we know what God made men to do. And women and men together, he said, be fruitful and multiply. You understand? Men and men can't do that. Women and women can't do that. So now that we have established that, that's the first part. Give me Jeremiah 1 and 10. That's the first part of working on it. All that we just went through, me constantly taking shots, taking little jabs here and there, that's the beginning. To show you, to tear down that mindset, to show you, really make you think, damn, that is wrong. Damn, I am, you know what I'm saying? That's the first part. Yeah, we have to daze you up first. Now that you dazed up, now we can move to the next segment. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 10.
Read.
See, I have this day set thee over the nations.
God set us over all nations.
Right.
All nations are not equal. We're over them. Yes. We was only in slavery because we disobeyed God.
Right.
Yeah, don't shake your hand. We over you. Your
That's
time
right.
is coming up soon.
That's
Right.
Read.
And over the
Don't look
kingdoms.
like that. We know who we are.
Right.
They don't run nothing. It's our earth, and we taking it back right now.
That's right.
They taught you to be how you are, and we changing it.
That's right.
Read.
To root out and to pull down.
So first we had to root out those spirits that you was battling. We had to pull down those imaginations, right? Read.
And to destroy.
And we had to destroy those wicked sins. Read.
And to throw down. To build and to plant.
Now we gotta build and plant. That's the next part, right? So we already showed you some of the laws, right? We showed you, you have to wear a dress, right? We showed you the natural role of a woman, right? You have to be more feminine, like you gotta be, like a woman, right? You said something, you said, well, right now you're not dealing with nobody, you're single, right? That's good. Because now you're abstaining. Give me Sirach 18 and 30.
Right up.
Right now, you're abstaining from that fleshly lust. And you got to continue into that until you're strong enough to change other parts about yourself. Because the moment you lay down with somebody, everything them niggas in purple say going to go out the window. That's how you going to look at us now. Right now, you're like, man, these my brothers, they're not that bad. You know, we talking. But when you go to talk to whoever, and they're like, they told you what? After dudes, they don't know what they're talking about. Don't do that. Read.
Sirach chapter 18, verse 30.
Read.
Go not after thy lust.
So, solution number one. Don't go after your lust. Read.
But refrain thyself from thy appetite.
You know what your appetite is? It's what you like. It's what you feed yourself, what you put into your spirit. Right? Now, God says when your appetite ain't right, when you don't crave for the right things, you got to refrain from your appetite.
Right.
You don't need to be feeding yourself. You understand? That's how God operates. Because now you have to learn all over again what is good, what's right, how a woman should be, what's my purpose, what's my role, what does God want me to do,
Right.
how do I get salvation, so on and so forth. Now you got to learn these things. Anybody else you bring into your equation, gonna be a distraction. You understand? Give me Sirach 37 and 12.
Bring it out.
When anyone is trying to change themselves, they're trying to elevate, they're trying to do better,
Bring it out.
you got to get away from that same crowd.
Right.
You got to remove yourself from your circle.
Please, Doc.
Or else, you're going to keep doing the same thing.
Right.
It's a saying, an old saying our elders say. And if you hang around 10 businessmen, if you hang around 9 businessmen, you're going to be the 10th. You hang around 9 crackheads, you're going to be the 10th. You understand? So read.
Sirach chapter 37, verse 12. But be continually with a godly man.
Now notice it said be with a godly what?
Man.
A godly man. I'm just messing with you. It's talking about, in relationship form, it's talking about a woman be with a man and a man be with a woman, right? But it's talking about friends, you know, brothers, sisters. Be continual with people who are godly. People of the same mindset of you, right? Read.
Whom thou knowest to keep the commandments.
Monique, you know anybody keep the commandments of God? No. So who you got to be around, Monique? Positive people, right? People that keep the commandments, right? That's your brothers you see in purple and gold right now.
That's right.
And our wives. You got to start to be around us so you can learn what is godly. So you can learn what is positive.
That's right.
Read that again.
Sirach chapter 37, verse 12. But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments.
Because everybody you know in their current lifestyle, they just gonna egg you on to be the same way. But you're trying to change. That means you gotta change. You gotta change everything about yourself. You understand? They got more on that?
Yes, sir.
Read on.
Whose mind is according to thy mind.
Exactly. Who mind is someone trying to get right with God. You know anybody trying to get right with God? You know a couple? Well, get in as one of them flies and tell them they need to follow you to the school. Because they don't know what God is saying. You understand? And while you're trying to learn, you have to get around God. Amen.
Right.
Alright? Now, give me 1 Corinthians chapter 3. Alright, I got one more for you.
I stopped, I heard the word.
I got one. Oh, you heard it.
Yeah, when the
Now you
suck-
got to do what it
when
says.
the suck it up, I always.
Guess what? You're not going to do it by yourself. None of us did.
I know.
So, you got to be continually with God and men. But read this.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God,
Uh-huh.
and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?
Right now, the Most High God is calling out to you through his prophets. He's telling you, Monique, you're an Israelite. You are a daughter of Sarah, a princess of God.
Right.
You come from royalty. You never saw a queen with pants on.
Right.
You never saw a princess with pants on.
Bring it out.
You never saw a duchess, whatever name they got, with pants on. You understand? So your body is the temple of God. You need to respect it as such. Read.
If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
God will destroy you. We don't want that for you. You don't think we got lives? You don't think we got jobs? Why are we out here in the middle of the day telling people what God said to do? Because we care. We don't want to see you destroyed.
Right.
Read.
For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are.
You are the temple of God, so you think about that, right? Get in contact with us. Our number is on there. Like we said, you're not going to do it by yourself, Monique. Alright? Remember, you got to wear a dress. Alright?
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.